Alright guys, BLM here, we're back, and I just lost the fucking mic. Okay, we're back. Alright, we're back with more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. We're continuing on where we left off. It is nighttime now, so it's been a good, 6 hours or so, since I last recorded, and more than that, actually. But either way, so what we were gonna do was, do Samos, and, complete some other of these other islands that we are currently on the same level as their cap. So we'll do Samos, Kos. We already did these three, and then we'll do Pepka. And then after that, we'll go to Argolis? Whatever. We'll go there and finish up the current main story quest line. But, yeah, we're going to continue on where we are right here. But actually, first what we're going to do is we're going to kill this Cosmos member. Called Cosmos member, because he's there. So why not? Once again, we're going to kill them all eventually anyway. So let's go. Yeah. Not really much to talk about. I mean, I haven't really done... I literally got home pretty late today, because I had something else I had to do after class, so I didn't get home until 9 something. And then, it's currently 10, so I mean, yeah, again, not much has really happened. I did do a little, not necessarily homework, but I did some things for class, though. It wasn't necessarily homework, but whatever. That took a little while, and while I was doing that, I was watching parts of episode, the first half of episode 3 of Australian Survivor Champions versus Contenders, because I'm doing a rewatch of that. And, yeah, it's pretty good so far, actually. Again, I remember this episode being pretty mediocre, because I just remember the boot of Damien being pretty dull. But it's a lot of interesting stuff actually happens within the episode. So it's I think overall it's still a good episode. Moana finds the idol, you have everyone's reaction to Russell Hantz going home. You have, I like that soccer challenge that they had. I thought that was pretty fun. It's overall a pretty fun episode. And you have Heath also finding his clue, and Robbie finding out about it right afterward. It's a fun episode. Okay. So this should unlock a new part of the map, right? Yeah, that's what that was. So we'll go to Samos right after this, but yeah, we're gonna take down that Call of Cosmos member. But yeah, this game's still taking forever. We're still not even halfway through, according to Ubisoft Club. So I don't know. We'll finish the game eventually, though. Okay. So yeah, this is something I do like about this, that if you pay attention to the cultists, all these different branches, they're all very, different types of people. And I really like this group that we're doing right now, I think it's this guy, yeah. These are all naval battles, and these are all, naval captain sort of people. And, the sage that they connect to is a ship captain. So it's, I really like how, they're all different, and they all, and all these guys are really big buff guys, right? That have heavy weapons and everything. So they're all completely different. The branches of people are all different from each other. I really like that. Yeah, I really like this this Call of Cosmos function. This mechanic. That's the word I was trying to think of in the game. I really like it. And I would prefer it over the mercenary system. We had to choose one. Though I would assume if Ubisoft were to choose one, they would pick the mercenary system. But I think they're both good, though. I really like both of them. And I wouldn't be upset if we saw the next AC game have similar stuff in it. Yeah. Can we do it? No? That was a waste. Okay. Okay, ram. We're good. I mean, we should be good. Yeah. Do we need to? Can we just kill him? There we go. Perfect. So we killed him. Alright, so what did we get out of that? All we got was this. Okay. Is near Messenia. We haven't been there yet, so. That's something else I want to check. How much... Oh, we only have 6, so we need 3 more to upgrade our spear. And that would bring us to level 5, I believe, which would be really awesome, because level 5 is when all the best skills unlock. And that's kind of what we've been waiting for. No, not good. Okay. Abilities, yeah, there's just nothing we want. We're waiting to upgrade our spear. Like, that's why we're not using our ability points at this point. Yeah, okay. So, we'll head here, I guess? Just to make sure there's nothing there. And then after that, we'll go to Samos. Try to complete Samos. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's something I didn't even really know about. Is that there is actually a, ooh, that's a lot of wood. That's nice. That reminded me of Butch from Survivor Amazon, who was like obsessed with firewood and everything. He's like, ooh, this wood. It's nice and dry. But whatever.
Are you scared?
Why wouldn't I be scared? Poseidon is testing
Nothing here?
right now. Pray Athena, she holds up.
I'm assuming nothing's here, considering no markers coming up. Yeah, I'm thinking nothing's there. I don't know though, like why the fuck else have this island here? Yeah, I was looking at the map of Greece earlier today. And yeah, it's actually surprisingly super accurate. There's a couple things that you could tell are like blatantly changed. Like I think namely this area, where is it? This area, it's significantly smaller than it is in real life. Like it's definitely a lot longer, this area here in real life, but for the most part the map is pretty accurate. Obviously it's scaled down, but it's still pretty accurate. Yeah, and Crete is obviously much lower than it is shown here. Is it Crete or Cyprus? I get the two confused. It might be Crete. I'm not entirely sure. I get the two confused when it comes to like their locations and stuff. Okay, there's stuff here. Just doesn't look like it's a real location though. Cool. We got that. Kind of a waste, but whatever. Okay, so this island should have unlocked. Oh, unlocked, but it didn't. Okay, it didn't uncover because we haven't been to the region yet. Okay. But yeah, there's a viewpoint there. Actually, we should have tagged the viewpoint. So let's go. We'll see what's on this island because I don't exactly know. I really know nothing about. Again, I'm not very well versed in Greek geography. So yeah, like until I looked at a map earlier today, like I really had no clue where any of this shit was in real life. I don't even know what Samos is still. I don't know if it's a real place. It probably is, right? I doubt it's a fake place. Yeah, I did see, like, when looking on the map, like, I did see, like, obviously I knew Mykonos was a real place. But I did see, what, Palos and the other island that's next to Palos. I can't think of its name right now. But whatever, like, I saw, like, Corinth. Which I didn't know Corinth was still a place nowadays. Obviously, it's a lot different. But I didn't realize Corinth still existed. Like, that was kind of strange to me. Okay. Whoa, fuck. I want to do the viewport. Okay, fuck off. School of Medicine.
Nothing like the rest of the Greek world.
Okay. Alright. That's a cool viewpoint. I love how I finally found people that agree with me. That someone posted on Reddit, like, saying that they want to start a petition to get Ubisoft to take out Ezio's family from the main menu. Which I thought that was funny. Because again, it's fucking shit. It's like, why is it here? Like, it seems so fucking forced, this shit. Pythagorean. I didn't even notice that until now. Okay. I mean, well, let's see what happens there.
No, no, no! Damn it!
Yeah, and the thing that I find so weird about the reception to this game is that I feel like it's either there's people that love this game and there's people that hate the game. And there's not many people in the middle. Like, I'm one of these people that I'm solely in the middle. Oh, Pythagorean is the name of the city. Okay, never mind. I thought it was like the Pythagorean. Fuck, I can't pronounce it now. All right, let's go to this blacksmith. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people in the middle, which I feel like is weird. Because yeah, I'm one of these people in the middle that I think it's a really good game, but I do think there's a lot of flaws that people don't want to talk about for some reason. These people that are writing its fucking dick on Reddit, but it's a good game. It's just really fucking flawed. Let's get rid of some of this. Okay, can we only get rid of this? And this too, I guess. Can't believe there's no wood here. Alright, let's sell all these too. Oh, fuck off, only 49. Alright, so we got like nothing out of this.
Come back anytime.
So what are we doing? This is one of these points where I definitely should get closer to TV. Because, again, the map's kind of hard to see from where I'm sitting. I normally sit pretty far away. Okay, here we go. Okay, there's only one location. Yeah, I'm really in the middle. Like, again, like, if I were to give a rating to this game, I think it's like an 8 out of 10, 8.5 at most. But it's like, it seems like there's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, 10 out of 10, 9.5, whatever. Like, oh my god, one of the greatest games ever. And there's a lot of people that are like, oh my god, this game's complete shit. Oh my god, the microtransactions are ruined and everything, which I think is a ridiculous claim. And I think most of the people that are saying that haven't actually played the game. Like, I think they've heard that the game has microtransactions and just like, whatever. But really, I mean, like, microtransactions, I mean, they're in the game, but it's like, you don't need to do them. Like, it's like people are upset, like, seem to be upset, like, thinking that, like, oh my god, if you don't do microtransactions, you can't play the game. And it's like, that's definitely not the case at all. Obviously, you have to do more, but it's like, I mean, you essentially, I mean, it's the same thing as Origins. I mean, you're essentially just doing, like, you're essentially just playing the game. I mean, it's not like The Witcher, where it's like The Witcher, and this is something this is something else I don't like about Assassin's Creed fans that are like complaining the opposite way, like they're like in the opposite mindset, where people are saying like, oh my god, these people don't understand this genre. But it's like, I mean, the biggest influence on this game is The Witcher 3, which is a game that you don't have to do any grinding at all. Like, so it's like, it's ridiculous to me that these people are claiming like, oh my god, these people just don't know the genre and stuff. And it's like, well, again, the game that this game is most influenced by doesn't have any grinding. Like, you can literally rush through the Witcher 3 on a new save without doing any side quests or anything. So yeah, I think both people are, like, both arguments are fucking dumb. Like, yeah, they really are. But again, yeah, I mean, like, you don't need to do microtransactions. Do you need to play a lot? Yeah. You do need to do side quests. You do need to do some location stuff, probably. I mean, mostly side quests. Again, I think this is definitely like Odyssey in the sense that you get definitely more experience from side quests then again, actually, you get a good amount of stuff from, like, clearing forts in this game. That's another thing. You get a lot of experience from doing forts and some of the bigger locations. So I mean, yeah, I mean at the end of the day, yeah, you are gonna have to do that stuff, but that's what the game was intended for you to do anyway. So I don't have, and also it's stuff that I would want to do anyway. Like, so I'm not upset by it at all, really. Yeah, I did the same thing with Origins. I think, and yeah, like the thing I have a tough time reconciling is like, is this game better than Origins? And to be honest, I don't know. I really don't. I think I'm gonna have to wait until I'm finished with the game and just see where I'm thinking about, like what I'm thinking about its narrative at that point, because I think that's gonna be the determining factor. Because I think gameplay, this game's obviously better. I mean, it's improved upon almost in every single way. There are certain things I don't like that they took out, and either took out or changed. Like the combat system, again, I think at least with the sword gameplay and everything, I think it was definitely much better in Origins. However, in this game, obviously, you have the new skills. I did not mean to do that. I meant to do this. You have these skills and these skills, like, and it really benefits to the game. So it's like, it's kind of like a double-edged sword there, where it's like they improved the combat in some ways, but also downgraded it in other ways. Where like now with like sword gameplay, it just feels so arcadey. It doesn't feel like you have any weight to it, unlike it did in Origins. Like another thing I don't particularly like is the fact that these protagonists suck. I mean, Cassandra's fine. Again, like I'm not gonna like really bash on Cassandra. But again, like the problem I have is that they're not real characters. They're not real. Like with Bayek, like you could understand his motivations for everything. And that's the thing. Like this game, the motivations are determined by the player, which I don't like from a narrative standpoint. Again, like, and because this is something else that's also different than The Witcher. I think The Witcher does perfectly is that it mixes the elements of choice along with the elements of having a preset character. Because I think The Witcher does this perfectly, where it's like, yeah, Geralt, like certain things Geralt does is changed by the way, like the things you choose. But at the end of the day, it's like, no matter what you choose, it still matches Geralt's personality. And like, with this game, though, it's like, it's a radical difference, where it's like, you can either choose to be a complete fucking asshole, or be like a really nice guy, or a girl, or whatever. It's like, but with Witcher 3, it's like, either way you choose, it's pretty much like, you could see Geralt doing these things. Like, it makes sense for Geralt as a character to be doing those things. While like with Cassandra and Alexios, it's like, well, yeah, it's like they're doing it just because we're the fucking character, like, because we're just picking what they're doing. Like they have no base character to be motivated from, if that makes sense. I think that's like the thing. That's kind of weird. Oh, I just realized the fucking thing's right there. So that's something. Okay, we're done with this area. That didn't take that long. Like I said, we're 18 minutes into the episode, but still, whatever. Let's go into the Black Forest, I guess. Doesn't look like there's any side quests here. Ooh, we're almost level 36. Which, yeah, I think from now on, we're definitely not even going to bother with message boards. Because something I noticed is we don't need to level up. So it's like these things here, it's like we don't even need to do these. I wish we could drop these. I wish you could drop quests. That would be cool. Because I don't want these in my log. And it's kind of annoying, to be honest, at this point. But it is what it is. I mean, we could just avoid them. I mean, they're at the bottom of the page, so it's not that bad. I forgot. Was there anything here that we needed to do? I think this is something we needed to do, right? Yeah, and Pepka, though. Which is later. I think everything else, like, we're not really doing right now. Oh, and this, too, is Pepka. Yeah. Yeah, and our goal list is where the next main quest is, so, yeah. Fuck off. Yeah, it seems like the follow road just sucks in this game too. I like it sucked in Origins, but with Origins it seemed like it was more like they were more willing to let you. That's the thing about I think Origins was definitely a more lenient game. That's something else that okay, this was dumb. I shouldn't have done this. But Origins felt like a more lenient game, while this is definitely more strict in its rules, which again, I mean, I guess I could see the merit to it, but it's not really something I personally care for. Like, when I talk about strict, I talk about, like, things like you can't fast travel out of a restricted area, things like you can't call your horse in a restricted area, which I think that one's really fucking dumb. But, actually, we might as well pick up the wood, because it's wood. I don't know, but overall, like, there's just a lot of, like, little things they change from Origins that make the game harder, and it's just, like, it's just kind of annoying. Okay. And it's funny to me, too, how convinced a lot of people are that it's like, oh my god, you have to buy shit, you need to do microtransactions to beat the game and everything. It's like no, that's not the case at all. It's like, I mean, you have to do it if you want to rush through the game and just like not do any side stuff. But then, like, why are you really even playing an RPG? I mean, even though I did mention earlier that The Witcher 3 doesn't have that, it's like, well, I mean, like most RPGs do though. And like, I mean, also like Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Zero Dawn's another one that doesn't really have any side stuff that you have to do to complete the game. But again, it helps. Okay. Fuck off. Okay, that was really fucking easy. That was really weird. Okay, we just complete that. We're in a new area too, right? Is there really nothing here? Wow, what a boring island this is. Holy shit. Well, I guess we'll probably try to finish it off here. So let's go. In this episode, I mean. Yeah, oh, we leveled up too. Cool. What I don't get, though, is that some people have been saying, like, oh, I didn't like Origins, but I'm loving fucking Odyssey. It's like, how? Like, I don't get how you're really making that big of a difference between the two. Because I feel like they're really closely directed. Obviously, this is more RPG heavy, but, like, to be honest, like, a lot of the stuff that they add in here, just, like, I don't know, like, a lot of the, like, additions to this game are things I'm, like, it's weird. This is the thing between me and, like, why I don't know whether Origins is better than Odyssey, and why I think I'm gonna end up making the story, like, the tiebreaker, is because, again, I think Origins was more polished, obviously. Origins had Bayek, who was a much better protagonist. I mean, again, miles better. Okay, I just realized I was, like, fuck, I need more. Fuck. You had, again, solid gameplay, really good gameplay. And again, I did say this game improves upon it, but solid gameplay still. Great open world. Again, I think comparable to this game. I think the scope of this world definitely feels bigger, though, because it is. But is that everything? I think we need one more, isn't it? Oh no, that is everything. Alright, let's go. And why did everything just disappear after I tagged it? Okay, never mind. So it's like, that'd be cool if there's a Call of Cosmos member in here. Yeah, like whenever we go to a cave now, I'm thinking that there might be a Call of Cosmos member. Just because it happened one time. Will it happen again? Probably not, but still. It was fun that one time where we just like randomly did some stuff. And, like, it turned out a Call of Cosmos member was there. Ah, fuck. Oh, whatever. I didn't mean to get in a fight then, but, is either assassinated or not. But okay, fuck off. Are you serious? That being said, like, even though I did say that I did think Origins combat system is better, I do like this combat system too. Again, I think I don't know how much I would really like if it didn't have the skills, but it's fine. I mean, it's again like. Okay. Yeah, let's use that. Can you not, please? Yeah, so there's that. I mean, I do think, again, I think this game has a overall better open world. I just think narratively, so far, at least, narratively, I think Origins was much stronger, even though it was still a fucking mess. I think like Bayek as the main protagonist is much better. Like I don't think like in this game there's no characters I really care about. Like while with Origins, again, you had Bayek, one of the best protagonists in the entire series, and then you got like people like Aya who are good supporting characters. I mean, people like actually might be it. I mean, like, there's other people I like in the game. I like, no, I really say, I really like Apollodorus, but I wouldn't, and Hepzibah and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily great characters. But, still, it's like, I just felt like I felt like the narrative for Origins was more impactful, if that makes sense. Like, I just feel like so far this narrative's just been very blah to me. Like, I don't feel like anything really... Like, there's no memorable moments from this narrative so far. We're halfway through the main narrative. Obviously, I do know some stuff's coming up, and we'll see if those moments are great. But just based off what we've seen so far, it's been a pretty meh story. And yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, because I mean, with Origins, you start off with that Rujik scene, which is one of the best scenes in all of Assassin's Creed, in my opinion. Then you follow that up with the Medunamun scene with Bayek killing a Medunamun, which is fantastic as well. And then what you got, like the great character bits with Bayek, with like him meeting Apollo. I mean, pretty much him and everything with Apollodorus. Like him meeting Apollodorus, and later with the wine. It says to the queen. Wasn't this the viewpoint? Yeah, okay, there. I mean, it's like, I mean, just Bayek as a character is so fantastic too. That's like, it's tough. It's tough to rank which one's better between Origins and Odyssey to me because of that. Just because there's such a major differential between narratives. And not even because Origins was much better. Again, I think Origins' narrative was a complete fucking mess. But at least it had super high highs, I feel like. With the, what's it called? And also the speech at the end with Bayek and Aya where they talk on the beach. If we're adding in the Hidden Ones, the ending of the Hidden Ones is really great. And I mean, really a lot of the Hidden Ones is great. Okay. But it's like, what does this game have so far? Like, I mean, there's really no moment in this game that I give a shit about. And then also the characters of, as Alexandra and Alexios, are very dull characters. I mean, not dull, that's not the right word. I mean, Alexios might be dull. We'll see when we get to him. But, like, I don't think Cassandra's dull. It's just, again, it's like, it's more so just the fact that she doesn't have a real character. It's like, we are the character. Which makes her feel like I don't care about her nearly as much because of that. Wait, what was the other thing we had to do? Oh, cultist guards. Okay, so you got to kill these guys. Well, if I knew that, I would have approached this differently. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great... Again, I think Origins, like, while it's a sloppy narrative and a very inconsistent one, there's some great moments in Origins. Wait, that guy didn't count? I just realized that. And like some of the highest highs, really. Again, we just replayed all the Assassin's Creed games in a row, and like, or like all of them but 1 and 3. And it's like, yeah, I mean, I do stand by that. I do think Origins has some of the highest highs in the franchise. Mind you, it's for the most part pretty sloppy. I think like if I were to rank the games, all the main series Assassin's Creed games in terms of narrative, I think it's pretty low. But then I do think Odyssey is below that as well. Like I forgot where I would rank the narratives of that. I'm pretty sure I've done this in the past, but I don't remember exactly what the ranking was. What is this? Sorry about that. Yeah, like talking about like, is that it? I just realized we completed the island, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Okay. Where's the mercenary? Wasn't there a mercenary near here? Is he still on the compass? No? Okay. I guess we're done. Should we just end the episode then? Where are we going next? We're going to Cost next, right? Yeah, that was real quick. That did not take long at all. Just making sure. You know what? Let's head over here just to make sure. Because that is something this game does, is that it doesn't give you all of the locations until you get near locations still. Ah, fuck off. But yeah, like, I think in terms of narratives, like, alright, let's just go through this. I'm pretty sure I've done this in the past, but like ranking the Assassin's Creed narratives. I mean, let's go through in chronological order because it's easier to follow that way. You got 1, which is pretty good. You got 2, which I think is better than 1, but I do think 1's still a really good narrative. Brotherhood, which is tough to rank because again, I think it's like an iconic one for me. Like it's one that really stands, like a nostalgic one for me. But I do think it's probably below both of those in terms of like narratives, like in terms of the actual narratives. And I don't know though. I mean, there's probably higher highs in Brotherhood though than there are in 1. I think that's close actually. I think it's close between 1 and Brotherhood. But I think 2 is the clear one. I think Revelations is not above 2. I think Revelations is above that. And then I think you get to 3, which is at the bottom of that grouping. I think 3 is definitely at the bottom. So, I mean, like, let's say 1's above Brotherhood. But I don't know, though. It's actually really close now that I think about it. I always thought of 1 above Brotherhood, but now that I think about it, I think Brotherhood might be above it. Even though I don't think Brotherhood is the best narrative in the world. Again, I complain about Brotherhood's narrative for being very black and white, but it's still good. Like even though it is black and white, it's still good. I thought there was wood here, wasn't there? No? Okay, fine. All right, let's fast travel back to the boat. We'll head over to the new island and end the episode after that. So. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So yeah, 3 is easily at the bottom again. So, like the problem with 3, again, 3 has some of the highest highs, but it's so fucking boring for like half of the story that it's like it's tough to even give it credit for any of those high highs. And even the like some of the high highs, while they're highs, they're still sloppy highs. Like they're not great. Like with moments like the breaking into Abstergo. One of the best moments in Assassin's Creed. However, it's rushed as shit. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So yeah, I think the new ranking: Revelations 2, Brotherhood 1, 3, which I think makes sense to me. Then you got 4. 4 is number 1. I think if we're talking about individual stories told within Assassin's Creed, it's number 1, and I don't think it's really close. The thing is, Revelations is really good as well. The problem, like the reason I would have Black Flag above Revelations, is because Black Flag tells its entire story within that one narrative, that one game. Well, Revelations, the impact of Revelations is the fact that you have the 3 games that came before it. If it wasn't for those 3 games that came before, it wouldn't be nearly as impactful of a story. So that's why I do have Black Flag above Revelations, but Revelations again has the highest highs in the entire series with the ending with some really great dialogue between and really just the ending. I mean, a lot of it takes place in the ending. Like that final sequence is like my favorite thing in all of Assassin's Creed. And I think Ahmet's actually a really underrated villain. I know people find him boring, but I do think he is a complicated villain. Okay, so there's that. Then you got Rogue, which is probably at the bottom, right? I mean, the thing about Rogue is that it's so obviously retcon that it's like really fucking irritates me. And even then, it's like the story itself, I mean, even if it wasn't retcon, isn't that great to begin with. I mean, and I don't mind Shay as a character, but it's like everything else is pretty bad though. So it's like, I do think Rogue's at the bottom. Then you got Unity. I think Unity's narrative is underrated. I've talked about this while playing Unity. I've talked about this other times. I really like Unity's narrative. I mean, if ranking Unity's narrative, I don't know where it would rank though. I think it's below the Ezio trilogy probably. I think it's really close with 1, which I think is ooh, we have a side quest here, which I think makes sense, especially because 1 because obviously Unity, when they were making Unity, the biggest inspiration for them was Assassin's Creed 1, so it makes sense. I think I would put it, I don't know if I'll put it above or below 1 though. I think it's kind of tough actually. Like I really like 1's narrative, but it is pretty, I don't know if plain is the right word, but it's like it's by the I don't know if by the numbers is the right word either. I don't know. It's kind of hard to hard to explain. Okay, so there's all this. Oh, I just realized. Okay, I didn't even know that. This is in the same region as this. Okay, I didn't know that until now. That's kind of weird though that they're so far apart, yet they're considered the same area. You know what? Let's just head over here. Let's head to the viewpoint and we'll end the episode there. Then next episode we will go ahead and clear this island and do that side quest and see what we can do after that. Yeah, Unity's tough though overall. And like, even though I love Unity's story, I don't think it's one of the best stories in Assassin's Creed. I mean, I think it's, again, it's with 1. I think I'll put it above 1 though, because I do love Arno's character more than Altair's. I do think Arno has more of a, no, that's not necessarily true though. I was gonna say Arno has more of a character arc, but that's not necessarily true. But yeah, I do think Unity's above 1. So yeah, and then Syndicate I think is towards the bottom. Is it below Rogue though? That's the thing. Probably. I think it probably is. Because again, the problem with Syndicate is that everything's just a joke. Like it's like Syndicate was never, like, doesn't seem like it was ever made with the intention of it actually being a good Assassin's Creed game. Like, it just feels like a parody of Assassin's Creed. And I think the narrative really represents that. It is at the bottom. And then you got Origins, where, okay, this is the ranking so far. Should we just continue on? Yeah, let's continue on. Why not? Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll continue on. We'll go to 15 minutes, I guess, with this episode. Because we're just doing open world stuff. Yeah, like with Origins... Okay, wait, what is the ranking so far? I'm trying to think. It's Black Flag, Revelations... Okay, wait, there's 9 games, right? So Black Flag, Revelations, 2... Do I still have Brotherhood at 4? I never thought about that until now. Okay, Brotherhood at 4. Then what? Unity, or yeah, Unity 1, 7, 8, and 9 is what, 3. Rogue Syndicate. Yeah, I mean, I think Origins is above 3. I think that's right away. Is it above 1? I think that's a tough thing. I think probably not. Because I do think 1's is more consistent. So I think it ranks around there. It ranks like, what, 7th? So it's like, again, it's not a great, like, ranking. But, again, I think, like, the highs, like, I think there's higher highs in Origins than there are in Assassin's Creed 1, though. I just think Assassin's Creed 1 is much more consistent. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, that's something else I didn't know that, like, I haven't really paid attention to. To be honest, I didn't know, it's just I never paid attention to and never actually tried to do it. But, yeah, you can vault in this game. Which I believe was taken out for Origins, right? Okay. So, let's do this area first. Complete this area. There's only 2 locations. Then we'll head back here. We'll do the side quest in the next episode, I think. And we'll see how it goes. Or should we just do it here? We'll do it next episode. So I think that's what we'll do tonight. I think the goal will be to complete all the areas before Argolis, whatever, before we move on to the main area again. Because I want to. Which I did find out also that there is a main quest in Naxos, which is an area we already completed, but whatever. Again, like, the thing is, I really, like, I wish there was a list out there of all the locations that you go to within the main story, because if I knew that, I wouldn't have done it yet, but because I don't know it, then we're just doing things as we can, like, when we reach the levels to do it, so, whatever. Okay. Tomb. Alright, well, let's just do it. Man, I don't like the tombs in this game. They're pretty shit. Oh, fuck, that was real fucking quick. God damn. That was a short one. Ancient writings from the Old Kingdom. Like, how long does that have to be? There we go. Can we get out through here? I mean, I'm gonna get lost. Soft leather. I don't need it. Alright, let's just... Oh, chest. How did I miss that? Okay, that wasn't that good anyway. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I mean, I do think that this game, so far, like, if I were to rank the narrative so far, I think it's bottom. Like, I think it's bottom. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a reason to put it. I mean, maybe it's above Syndicate. Actually, to be fair, now I think about it, I think it might be above Syndicate and Rogue. But that's about it. I do think 3 would be a better narrative overall, because again, I think 3 has higher highs. While, like, I think this game... Oh, fuck, there's the Impact Quest. Okay. Like, I think with this game, it's like... I would rank it overall, like, from a narrative standpoint. It's like... I mean, like, not rank it, but, like, when talking about it from a narrative standpoint, it's like, it's fine. Like, it exists. There's nothing really bad, necessarily, about the main narrative, mind you. There's some bad shit in this game with the writing, but whatever. Particularly the romance option is just so funny. Yeah. Let's do the impact quests. These usually aren't that long, and that way we don't have to name this like a side quest. I mean, we don't have to name this like a
Can I help you with something?
Samos side quest activities or whatever.
Who can't travel. Pathetic.
Yes, you are pathetic.
I wasn't thinking that at all. You looked like you needed help.
It's sad. Not
It
that
is
long
sad.
ago, there was a terrible tragedy.
I miss Hepzibah. Come on, bring back
People
Hepzibah.
died. And
Obviously
ever
he
since
died,
then,
but
I've been
bring him
unable to do
back.
business
Come on, you
with
can
one
find
of the
Ankh. Bring him back
richest
to
cities
life.
in
Come
the
on.
Because you're scared?
Do you know
I
how
still
many
think that's such a
lives
wasted
all this
opportunity
means?
too with Origins that they
If there's
never
another
introduced the
tragedy,
Ankh
and more
within
people
Origins.
die,
It's
if
like
the
I would have
powers be on my ship
sworn
to
that that's
attack,
what they would
I
have
would go.
done,
But
but
I'd
for some
start
reason
while
no,
I'm
it's
with
another
the
fucking
You want me to
apple.
destroy all the pirate ships?
All the boats must be sunk. Every
Then what they do with the apple, I
last
do think is
one.
interesting. I do think it's actually a little interesting tidbit
It won't be
with
easy,
that
but
game.
I'll take care of it.
With the apple,
I
with
owe you,
that,
friend.
it's
We're done
essentially
here.
an origin story of how the apple got the. Oh, fuck off! This is what we're gonna do. Should we do it? Do I care enough to do this? Yeah, we're not gonna do this right now. There's no reason to. We'll do it. It's just that we won't do it right now. I really don't see the reason to do it right now. So, we will go ahead and. Should we just fast travel back? I mean, like we're so far away from it now. That's like we might as well fast travel back. Yeah. You know, I think we'll end the episode actually once we get there. We'll end the episode. Next episode we'll continue on. We'll do some more locations. We'll do that happens next. Yeah, the plan was to record 3 episodes here, so that we continue staying on the ending a day on a multiple of 5. So I do think that's probably what we'll continue to do. Even though, to be honest, I have to get up super early tomorrow. Like, I have to get up at 7, so it's like, I don't know if I really should, considering it's 11 o'clock right now, but whatever, we will. So yeah, for now, thank you for watching.